Alright, so welcome to another episode of Survival Guys. So we're not going to be fishing. I will go over some stuff of what you should do, like safety stuff. But we're mainly going to go over fishing supplies. Like we're going to have lures like this, spades like this, and even some hooks that I'm not going to get out right now. So yeah, first thing we're going to do is lures. So yeah, the kind of thing that you can easily stick on your fishing pole. Actually, let me back up a little bit. Be very careful with these things. You do not want to get them on your stuck on your fingers. So there's this little piece right here that I'm holding it by so that way the hooks won't jab me. Of course, you always want a first aid kit with you because if you do end up getting yourself cut, then you've got your first aid kit right there. In any situation, you want your first aid kit. So yeah, you want to get this. You put it. There's a little. Come on over and look at it. There's a little circle right there that you put the line on, as you can see. And so one time I was fishing, and I used a lure or a spade, I can't forget. And anyway, I threw it instead of like so. You would think you throw it up front of the fish to lure the fish out, or to the side or to the side to lure them out. Instead, what I found very helpful is there's a bunch of fish in this big group. So I threw it way past the fish, but far enough so it wouldn't scare him. And then I drew him, and then I reeled the line in. It's like with a lure or a spade, you always want to lure, like you don't just let it sit there, you want to make sure it's going, that way it looks like a fish swimming. That's why I like this one so much, because it looks like a fish. So anyway, I caught like, I forget how many fish. It was quite a load. So, yeah, so it was very helpful. And then another time I went and I caught like 12 fish maybe. I forget. It was anyway. But let's get back onto this. So yeah, you wanna like what I found very helpful with. I think it's trout. If you have like a light pink, like a brand new pink, or maybe even a white lure like this, or a spade, white like this, white or pink, if you put a hook on it, you could make it go over, and they were super attracted to that. That was my main lure. It was very helpful. And that hook I was talking about, here's a hook. Of course, be very careful with it. So, yeah. Anyway, let's, okay, of course you want to be super careful with these. Look at how big those are. Some of them are smaller. If you're going to catch big fish, I'd recommend something like this. If you catch small fish, something like this would be helpful. So, yeah, if you're catching small fish with something this big, you're not going to get anything. But if you catch a big fish with something this small, you're just going to pull that hook off and it won't matter. Anyway, so let's put this stuff back. Now we're going to go with twine, or the string. Well, it's not there. Anyway, I've got some here. I will be showing you how to put it up. But yeah, you always want backups of this twine, so that way, in case you run out on here, then you get that. Thank you, Adrian. Anyway, so let's get back onto the subject and not praise Adrian. We're gonna get this, and I've got, I have got some down here already. This stuff right here, come on and take a closer look, because I doubt you can really see it. That stuff, I'm going to be bringing it through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops up on this rod. Now, I like button rods like this a lot more than the normal rods, because they're a lot easier to use. So anyway, first thing you want to do is you're going to take the end, kind of want to go through the first loop, second loop, third loop, come on, I'm going to say fourth loop, but, so I'm going to have to go back down on the third loop, fourth loop, and fifth loop. You could have less or you could have more on your rod. So yeah, I've got this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a bobber. That is this. Now I'm not going to show you how to put the hook on because it'll only take some time, but I don't really want to get myself pinched. And so they're small. Come and take a look. They're really small hooks right here, but they're not fishing hooks. They're the kind of thing that you can use easily. So you want to put the red side on the bottom, and then up here, all down there. Sorry, I don't know if you can see. Then you can take that and go. Whoops. Go up on the, this is annoying. Top, oh, come on. So there we go. Oh, this is super duper frustrating. There we go. So anyway, you're gonna do like that. Anyway, if you see, so the white side, if you have it, here, I'm just going to show you. You've got it on the white side, like that. Of course, you're going to want to let it out a little bit. If you have got it on the white side like that, that means you do not have any fish. But if you have it on the red side, which I can't exactly show you, because on the red side, then that means you do have a fish. So yeah, and when you do put the bobber on, you want to make sure you have got plenty of space left for that hook. And when you go to toss it in with maybe the worm, you do not want to reel it in quickly, because that'll frighten the fish. You want to just let it sit there. I like lures a lot more. I don't exactly like using bobbers because they're kind of frustrating. You have to be very patient, and I'm not super patient. So yeah, next is going to be weights. So I have a really small one right here, but you can get it. The biggest I've ever seen is like this big. So yeah, anyway, get this. Come up on and take a look. I'm going to show you this twine because there's a little bit here. You've got a really, really small hole. You'll put the twine through the hole, go like that. And do the simple overhand knot, recommended too, that way it won't go off. So there's that. So yeah, I think that's everything for the lures and stuff. So that's the side. Drink another sip of water. My throat is kind of sore. Anyway, next thing we're going to do is best way to catch, best way to hold fish once you catch them. I've got a simple 5-gallon bucket right here. Where's that fish I caught? Just get out of the bucket. Where is it, Adrian? So I'm gonna go, and now I'm gonna show you the best way to keep your fish alive and captive once you first catch it. It's got a 5-gallon bucket right here. Got the fish I caught earlier right here. And so of course you're gonna want to fill it up with water. But yeah, once you catch your fish, you're gonna want to hold it by the sides not by the mouth. This isn't a real fish. This is just a stuffed animal fish. You could be catching salmon, trout, bluegill, sunfish, whatever. Anyway, so you're going to want to hold it so that way the mouth isn't like there, and they're going to be slippery. So you want to make sure that they can't move. And then you can throw them on in there. And yeah, you don't want to fill the water up all the way to within like this area. I don't know if you can see. I think they usually just jump out, and they could, depending on where you put it, they could get back in the lake or wherever you're fishing. So you want to go maybe about halfway. But yeah, if you catch a lot of fish, they're not going to be able to move, and they're going to start dying, and they could stink. I'm not quite sure. So, yeah. And, of course, you're going to want to hold it. Be very careful that you don't dump it on yourself. But, yeah. I'm not going to be showing you how to get fish ready for cooking. So I'm going to put that back down there. But I will show you a good way to, how should I put this? Once they're ready, fry them. So I've got a pot right here that you could just put them in there like that. Or most recommended is you put them over a grill or something, and you let them cook on both sides, of course. But like I said, I don't really know how to cook fish. Another way. Oh, and of course you have your hot pad, so that way you won't burn yourself. Next thing is when you do catch a fish, you could just go in and hold them. But if you're out on a boat, that's not going to be that tough. It's going to be kind of tough. This used to have a handle, but not really. But once you get it to the surface, the fish to the surface, if you're out on a boat and you've got a stick, you can put the net in and scoop it out and take it out. But of course you don't want to just go on the shore, you see some fish, put it in there. They're going to see it, they're going to go away, you're never going to catch anything. Or at least any fish. You could probably catch like maybe crabs, cook those, but we're not crab eaters catching. Anyway, put that down there. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to make a survival rod. Don't use paracord because the fish are going to easily be seen. Use this stuff, but for the video, I'm going to be using paracord just so that way you guys can see it. Actually, sorry, let me rephrase that. Or not rephrase it, but I want to do something before that. So one thing is you could maybe tie up your fish and like put them over your shoulder if you're kind of far away from your camp, or just get the lines. Anyway, so you're gonna use this. You grab the end. Now there are several different ways you could do this. You could tie it, I don't know if you can see, like that. The thing with that is, actually, never mind, I thought, of course you're going to do overhand knots and make sure it's nice and tight. But, yeah, anyway, so you'll catch it like that, and then in order to catch it, you could just grab it like that, or you can go to the top, go like that, which, when you catch a fish, it'll be down there. So, leave it up here, and then just grab it like that, and reel it all the way in. I'm not going to show you how to put hooks on the end of it, but yeah. Alright, now, lastly, Josiah, you're going to be showing us. Alright, so, thank you for watching this episode of Survival Guys. Subscribe, like, watch our videos over and over. And share. If you want to see our last video, click right here. If you want to subscribe, click Josiah's face. If you want to hit like, click the top of the rod. And if you want to share, click this, my chest. So, see you next time.